All right, so I want to explain three different types of economics, basically. But we're going to start with the dominant force that shapes our world, capitalism. Capitalism is characterized by private ownership of goods, means of production, and it has become the cornerstone of our global economy. It thrives on competition and profit. But why is capitalism the preferred system in most countries? For historical context, capitalism emerged during the Industrial Revolution as society transformed from like an agriculture, like farming, to industrial economies. The rise of capitalism led to significant economic growth and technology advancements, fueling the expansion of markets and trade across borders. The success of capitalism can be attributed to several factors. First and foremost, it promotes individual freedom and allows people to pursue their own economic goals. Unlike other systems, capitalism encourages innovation and entrepreneurship. It rewards individuals who come up with new ideas and take risks, leading to a constant economic growth and development. Role of government. In a capitalist system, government plays a crucial role in creating an environment that conducive to fair competition and substantial growth. They enact regulations to ensure market integrity and protect the consumer and prevent monopolistic practices. Additionally, governments often provide social safety nets to support those in need and to reduce poverty, striking a balance between market forces and social welfare. Moreover, capitalism harnesses the power of the free market. The balancing act between supply and demand determines prices and ensures efficient allocation of resources. The invisible hand of the market guides producers and customers, directing resources to where they're needed the most. Now, global influence. Over the centuries, capitalism has spread across the world and become the dominant economic system in many countries. Globalization further accelerated its reach, enabling the free flow of goods, services, and capital. Capital is basically just talking about money. While this has facilitated economic growth and lifted millions out of poverty, it has also raised concerns about income disparity and exploitation in certain regions. A fundamental aspect of capitalism is creative destruction. New innovations and technology can disrupt existing industries while creating new opportunities for growth and prosperity. This constant drive for improvement fuels the progress that keeps economics dynamic and adaptable. One challenge with capitalism is addressing externals, extend, unintended consequences of economic activities. For instance, industrialization and mass consumption has led to environment degradation, climate change. Yeah, government and businesses must work together to develop sustainable practices and mitigate these negative impacts. Now let's dive into another economic system, socialism. I feel like I'm going to regret this. All right. Socialism, historical context, socialism has emerged to respond to the perceived injustice of early capitalism, where the Industrial Revolution absurd absurd effects leading to social unrest. Socialists advocated for a collective or state ownership of the means of production, aiming to achieve a fair distribution of wealth and resources. The system gained traction during the 19th and 20th century, particularly in some European countries. Now, what's the role in the socialist system? The government plays a more direct role in the economy. It may control key industries and services such as healthcare, education, and utilities. Social, social safety nets are extensive, ensuring access to essential services for all citizens. However, the level of government involvement can lead to a bureaucracy and ineffectiveness ineffectivities, inefficient. It basically becomes inefficient. So, social attempts to prioritize social welfare, which may lead to better management of problems. Environmental regulations and worker protections are empathized, but the lack of market can make it challenging to address certain economic inefficiencies. Now, socialism doesn't really rely on creative destruction to the same extent as capitalism. States planning and centralization decision making may hinder the adaptability and innovation found in capitalist economies. Socialist economies have had a varying degree of global influence. Some countries have successfully implemented socialist policies along with market oriented practices, creating mixed economies. However, pure socialist economies have been less prevalent on the global scale, with some facing significant challenges in sustaining growth and development. Communism. Communism has emerged as a radical factor form of socialism with Karl Marx and I forgot the other dude. It's like Eagle, so presenting its theoretical foundation in the mid 19th century. It's gained prominence in the 20th century, particularly with the rise of the Soviet Union and other communist states. Oh, it's Frederick like Eagles, right? The role of government in a communist system. The government owns and controls all means of production. There is no private ownership. The goal is to create a society where wealth and resources are equally shared among members. However, the centralized control can lead to issues with economic planning, resource allocation, and individual freedoms. Communism aims to provide the collective good, but the lack of market mechanics can make it challenging to address external efficiency. Additionally, some communist regimes have faced environmental and social challenges due to rapid industrialization and central planning, causing the communism rejects creative destruction in favor for central planning and equal distribution. Equal distribution. While this approach may result in the greater social equality, it can hinder innovation and economic growth. Economic growth. Communism ideology inspired revolutionary movements of states formations worldwide during the 20th century. However, the collapse of several communist states in the late 20th century and early 21st century led to a decline in its global influence. Comparison with other economic systems, as we reflect these different economic systems, let's remember that no system is perfect. Each has strengths and weaknesses, and we must continually strive for a balance of benefits of all societies. That's probably why most societies use a mix of these three in economic systems. Feudalism was the dominant economic system in the medieval Europe and other regions from the 19th to 15th century. It was characterized by a hierarchy structure with landowners granting land to vassals in exchange for loyalty and services. Peasants who worked the land provided labor and tribute to the landowners. The role of government in the feudalist societies had a decentralized government structure with the power centralized in local lords or nobles. The king or monarchy held supreme authority, however. The feudalism operated, though, as a system of obligations and loyalty between vassals and lords. Environmental and economic, well, were not central concerns in feudalism as in modern economic systems. The focus were more on maintaining the social hierarchy and stability. Feudalism lacked the dynamic innovation features found in modern economic systems. The rigid social structures limited mobility and innovation among lower classes. Feudalism influence was largely limited to specific regions and historical periods. It gradually declined in the rise of capitalism and centralized power. As reflected on these differing economic systems. Blah blah blah. Thanks for joining as we explain the clash of capitalism and alternative economic systems. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. At least I would hope that if you really like this video and find it educational, you would like and comment your favorite part of the video. I rarely ever say please subscribe. I feel like it's a dick move. Why am I doing this? We're gonna end the recording here.